Tell you some news tidbits, and I don't know what you guys have access to. If you obviously you can ignore this message if you'd like. Okay, so Pope arrested on 80 counts of indictment. Pope Francis, aka George, which is Jorge, Mario Bergoglio, was arrested Saturday in connection with 80-count indictment of charges including possession of child porn, human trafficking, incest, possession of drug paraphernalia, felony, and more. And remember last weekend, or we had a blackout at the Vatican. Within the last few months, and even like the last year, they've arrested the dark pope. They took away the people who had the power of the purse, and control of the money in the Vatican. The Vatican has also been implicated in this Italy scandal that stole the election because it was their satellite that was used. Okay, so this is President Trump is the only world leader on the planet that has been completely silenced. The world's most brutal dictators and state sponsors of terrorism can speak on any and all platform. Things like let that sink in. All right. And so, in Nancy Pelosi, November 13th, 2018, she said, "We welcome the presence of activists and strongly urge the Capitol Police to allow them to continue to organize and participate in our democracy." So they totally promoted all of those issues. The Million Mom March. We got the violence in different places. We got the peaceful marches, the BLM, all the different things, and people rioting all night. And even saying that they couldn't get the coronavirus. So we had all of this they were okay with. But I don't know how many people were at Trump's thing January 6th, but there was said to be a minimum of 800,000, and some people were saying there was like 3 million. So there were so many people. There's no common sense at all that many people, if they wanted to do something bad, they would have took over everything. But even like a dozen Trump supporters, if they wanted to do something, it would have been well more coordinated and planned. I mean, this is obviously smoke and mirrors, and his speech was not insightful if you listen to the whole thing. And and he talked about peace and talked about cheering on Congress. And so it's interesting, the hypocrisy that's coming out is really interesting. Okay, so I wanted to read to you. So they said yesterday, that the Insurrection Act had been signed. Okay, every social media platform will be taken down and most phone and internet for probably up to 10 days. Who knows if that will really happen? We'll see. Troops will have supplies if you're not able to get stuff. Everything's under control. You will soon start to see the military in the streets within the next 24 hours, and we already are in D.C. and other places. You should not encounter any trouble because every single Antifa and BLM has been marked, so the violent ones have been marked and are probably being picked up now. So, don't have any fear. Just, stay home, get stocked up. Okay, the deploy started. Okay, there will be a huge amount of power and phone crews out. So if you do go down, it won't go down for long. You should have right, if you've been following this guy, he said you'd have a 3-day start. So once again, and please pass this forward, if you do not have supplies, you might want to get some. Dry foods in case of electricity, flashlights, cash. President and family are fine. No one will get anywhere near him. He literally has a small army of Marines guarding them. Expect the best outcome, plan for the worst. This is all pre-game still, but we're moving into it now. This was, yeah. Okay, when everything goes down, the emergency broadcast system will come up. Okay, I want to read to you today's, sorry, my mouse is acting up. It's kind of sassing me. All right. So if you're not already part of our TRUMPSARA site, it's still going on right now on Facebook. I'm surprised. They haven't shut me down. They keep threatening us, and they've removed tons. But we're still there for now. But I also just started an account on Gab.com for a new, it's called TRUMPSARA. Okay. So just different things people are saying on the site. Take it or leave it. I mean, I'm looking for information on TRUMPSARA. Okay, for people that have never heard of it. Yeah, there's a lot of really good information out there, a lot of good videos on YouTube if you've not really heard of it. I'm just kind of scrolling down through. I let people post on the TRUMPSARA site So there's a lot of them. Really good video there from Project Defense, and it's Jerome Corsi about Trump in power. That's a really good one. Okay. Military intelligence has exposed the operation to take over the United States. So we know that one. Okay, Trump is, let's see. Anyway, just stay positive. So the guy who built the internet's building a new one. There's a bunch of stuff still on vaccines and adverse effects, and, you know, Bill Gates being interviewed about, well, all these people are having adverse reactions, and people are still doing it. They're volunteering, and they're taking this vaccine, and they're having adverse reactions, and there's very little chance of it even hurting them. Oh man, that's just so gullible. Let's see, 1/12/2021. Now, what's today? Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's a YouTube video live for Trump in Alamo, Texas. I think that's 1/12/21. So in my world, it's not even that date yet. It's still January 11th. So that must be tomorrow. Anyway, I'll click on that later. What I want to read you guys is the okay. I already read you the one approves the District of Columbia Emergency Declaration. Okay. De Blasio, oh my gosh, there's just so much going on. President Trump tweeted this. Okay, this is the one I read earlier. Now what will happen? Will there be an inauguration? Remember, under NESARA, we have a completely different government. So I read that one to you earlier. There's a lot of really cool new stuff, or not new stuff, but old stuff for you guys to get caught up on it. But yeah, I think that they've already removed so much stuff that, yeah, I'm not sure where that executive order is that I'm looking for. The one that called war today. Let's see.